Alright, here for part 2, we have the rally version of the Beishu Pessima, the older Pessima anyway. Alright, let's get this car started. Off it goes, getting a little swirly here, up the center obstacle here, some big air, and stuffing the front in. How badly damaged is it? It does not drive. Oh wait, yes it does. As long as we don't get ourselves stuck in the mud, we should be alright. Alright, and we're free. Let's go over the crushed cars here. Up and over we go, almost clearing them. Let's get ourselves turned around. Let's go for this center ramp right here. Backing up we go. Oh boy. Alright. And to the center ramp. Off we go. Up. And down hard on the front. Alright, well, the engine doesn't have oil in it anymore. Up this center obstacle we go. Landing right back down on the other side. Slowly braking the engine now. Off to the shipping container we go. Up we go. Down we go. Both front half shafts are broken. Otherwise, the car seems to be running alright. Okay, well now it's slowed down a lot. It's lost a lot of its acceleration. This thing's backfiring quite a lot, it sounds like. Alright, let's get over to this van. Assuming we have the speed to go over it. Up and stuck on the van we are. Alright, well, we are now stuck on this van. Let's move on to the next vehicle. The next vehicle up is the Auto Bella Piccolina, or Piccolino, which is essentially one of the small Italian cars here. There is, however, a higher end and an off-road sort vehicle, technically a Baja version, which we will use later on after we use the base model here, as it rolls over and lands right onto its wheels. Can it move? The answer is yes. Steering's a little weird as the car now pulls to the left a little bit, but it goes right up and over the center obstacle here. Let's see how well it does to this big ramp here in the middle. Getting ourselves turned around, going for the center ramp. Not too high of a speed, but off we go. Landing down, breaking the exhaust off. Listen to how much louder that thing is now. Going up at that obstacle, landing down on the hood. Alright, up the bus obstacle we go. Hitting the van and getting stuck. We are indeed stuck. Can we pull off? Can we get off the bus? I don't think we can get off the bus. Alright, let's move on to the other variants of this tiny Italian car now. The next vehicle we have up is a slightly more higher end version of the Piccolina. And off it goes. You know what? Let's go for the center obstacle. Let's see what this tiny Italian car can do. Up it goes, landing down hard, breaking the exhaust clean off. Up it goes, lands down hard, but it seems to be alright. Okay, we're not going to go that way. I think there's a little bit of a dirt hump there, so we're not going to go there. Turning ourselves around. Listen to that backfiring. That's loud. That is very loud. Alright, turning ourselves around. Let's see what we can do here. Going for these crushed cars. Up we go, onto the side, but right back down onto the wheels. And can we move? The answer is yes. Alright, up and across we go. Oh boy. Oh, hit that. right into some of these crush cars here. I think the front suspension is pretty much destroyed as well. Yeah, the car's kind of crumbling on itself. Alright, let's go over to this racing lane here. Clearing the crush cars. Alright, the engine looks like it's about to overheat soon. So let's drive this thing as much as we can. It doesn't look like we're going to get up the big ramp here. Alright, off we go again. And the damage indicator saying the oil's overheating. Pretty sure this car ran out of oil. But it lands down hard once again. And it looks like it's getting harder to turn now. It's the damage to that front suspension. Alright, let's hit this shipping container once again. Up we go. Landing down hard again and onto the side. Oh wait, can we go back on our wheels? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we're getting back onto our wheels from that. So, let's move on to the final version of this car that I want to use. For the final version of the Piccolina, I have the Baja version, which is, I think, our first kind of off-road version of a vehicle that we have. So let's see how well this thing does on a monster truck course. Up and over the shipping container we go, landing down for a nice little bounce here. Up and over the crushed cars, going for the bus obstacle. Ooh, hitting it, rolling it over, and we're stuck. Yeah, we are stuck on the van and the bus. I don't think we're getting off unless I can kind of be a little smart about this. Let's see what we can do. Can I drive myself off this? No, it is rear wheel drive, so I'm not getting off. Alright, well, that ends it for the Piccolina. On to our next vehicle. Alright, the next car we have up is a nice little meme vehicle, the Beishu Pigeon. And with the most recent BeamNG Drive update, it added some more versions of this little car. So let's see what this little vehicle can do here. You know what, let's send it off the big jump here. Up it goes, landing down hard on the front. And I think I lost. Okay, I think I don't have the ability to turn left anymore. So our only option now is right, apparently. I'm trying to turn left as much as I can, and it's still slightly turning to the right. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can turn in any other direction but right. Alright, well, this car's a complete bust. Let's move on to the next version of the Pigeon. The next version is the four-wheeled version, which is a little more higher end and has a roll cage in it. I haven't actually used the four-wheeled version yet, so this is the first time I'm using a four-wheeled version of the Pigeon. Alright, off we go. Definitely seems a lot more stable than the three-wheeled version. Let's go up to this shipping container here, see what we can do. Landing down hard. Seems alright. Up this little obstacle here. Landing down hard on the front. Seems to have damaged the front suspension a bit, but it seems fine. Let's go to the racing lane here. Up and across the cars we go. Whoa, spinning out a little bit. Alright, let's go for the center obstacle here. Up we go. Right back down onto the other side. And spinning out once again. Usually I use the parking brake to do something like that, but I did not use it that time. Let's go for the van here. Up we go, some big air, landing it down on the front, and right back onto the wheels. Rather impressive for this car, because I thought it definitely would have rolled onto its side or something. Don't go into the mud, this car will definitely sink in it. Ooh, I want to hit the ramp. Alright, let's try and back up here. Front suspension is definitely damaged. I think we've hit that front right end quite a lot. Alright, off we go. Up the big ramp, right down onto the other side. Still trying to pick up a little bit of speed here. Up we go. Landing down hard on the front once again. Turning around, at least attempting to. And this vehicle's lost a lot of ability to turn right, I think. Okay, can turn right, it's just very difficult to do so as it rolls over. Alright, well, that does it for the Pigeon. Let's move on to our next vehicle. Alright, the next version we have up is the SBR4. It's a pretty fast car, and there's even faster versions of it. So, let's see what this sports car here can do. Let's go up to the big ramp here to start it all off. Up we go, some big air, landing it down hard onto the rear. Car seems pretty good regardless, despite that pretty hard hit where the engine is. Up the cars, we're gonna get stuck here, aren't we? No, we are not. Losing the front bumper. That's gonna give us a little bit more ground clearance, I suppose. Alright, up and over the cars we go. Turning around. What should we hit next? Let's go for these crush cars here in the racing lane. Up we go, some big air. Landing it down hard, and there goes the exhaust pipes. We don't need those anymore. Actually, I think this car might be fast enough to potentially clear the buses. Let's try that out a little bit here. Alright, stopping. Let's back up a little bit. Let's also turn off this here. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Traction control and stuff is off. Here we go. Up we go. Landing on the bus and making it over on the other side. Alright, so this car was fast enough. Let's go for the van now. Up we go, some big air. Landing it down hard on the front. Turning around. Up to the center ramp, we are gonna get stuck. Now let's back off. Gain some distance. And off we go. Up the ramp we go. Landing down hard once again, popping it into the air a little bit. Up we go. Landing it hard on the side and rolling it over. Alright, not too bad of a run for a car like this. Let's move on to the faster version of the car and see what it can do. Alright, here's a faster version of the SBR4. Again, this one has a roll cage, and there's usually something here in front of the bumper, but I took that off just to give it a little bit more ground clearance. And off we go. Up the ramp we go, some big air. Ooh, landing it down hard on the rear. I think I just broke it. Yeah, the drive shaft is broken. This thing is not moving. Well, some pretty impressive air. Rather short run, I would say. It definitely would have cleared the buses, I would think. You know what? Let's reset it and try again. Alright, so here's the car, all nice and fresh. Let's try it again. But this time we'll go for the bus, and then we'll move on to our next vehicle. Alright, slow it down a little bit. Alright, gain some distance here. Don't go into the mud. And off we go. Up and over. Definitely clears the bus. Lands it down and into the mud. This car will not move at all. So then let's move on to the next car. Up next we have the Burnside Special. A sort of 1950s-ish car. We'll see what this one can do. And again, there are other versions of this car, but they're not too much faster, so let's just use this one. Up we go, starting off by hitting the shipping container. Down we go, and the drive shaft is already broken. Engine definitely runs, but the drive shaft is indeed gone. Fairly short run for this car. So let's move on to the next one then. The next vehicle we have up is the Sunburst. This is the base model of the vehicle, and there is an off-road version of it. But this is not the off-road version. So let's just send it off. Let's not go for the shipping container. Let's go for the crush cars first this time. Up we go. Immediate radiator damage, and there goes the rear bumper. Almost flying right off. The front one's definitely gone. A little bit of a bounce there. That one tail light's just hanging onto the trunk for dear life. Alright, getting ourselves turned around. Let's go for this center obstacle once again. Up we go. We're gonna hit hard. Ooh, rolling it over. Alright, car seems fine, mostly. Alright, let's kind of line ourselves up here, because I think this one can clear the buses as well. Oh boy, no it can't. This one turns way too much. Can it go in a straight line? Not really. Alright, well, let's go for the shipping container then. Oh boy, up we go. Right back down onto the other side. Alright, getting ourselves turned around here. Up we go. Right back down. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's see if I can keep this car straight enough to hit the buses with. Okay, so yeah, that wheel, the front right wheel, it's kind of loose there. Oh boy. Alright, and let's go. This thing does not want to accelerate. I don't think we're going to clear it. We are not going to clear it. Alright, can we back up? Yes, we can. Oh boy. Little too much. I cannot steer. I think I've lost steer. Oh yeah. Well, steering's gone on this car. Let's move on to the off-road version. Alright, and here we have the off-road preset of the Sunburst. I imagine this should do a lot better. And to test that out, we're going to hit this first jump. That's some big air there for the Sunburst. Lands down hard, and everything seems to be fine. Alright, let's do what the other one couldn't do, and hit these buses. That's a lot of acceleration there. Up we go, we're going to land sideways. Alright, car seems fine. The front left wheel's a bit loose, but otherwise, that seems alright. Up we go, some big air. Landing it down hard, don't go in the mud, that'll be bad. Alright, this center ramp once again. Landing it down hard. Alright, let's go back into these crush cars, up we go. Over some more crush cars, this one is doing really good, I must say. Alright, up we go. Landing it down hard once again. This one doesn't seem to be doing too bad. I think the last off-road version of a car we had didn't do that good. But, ooh, that was a hard hit. This one ain't doing too bad, I say, as it proceeds to roll over. Yeah, it's rolled over. Alright. Well, we still got more cars. Let's see how well they do. Alright, well I just skipped a couple of cars because they're pretty similar to some of the other cars we've seen. So here we have the nice, good old stock BeamNG truck. Let's see how well this truck does. And there are quite a lot of versions of it. Up we go. That's some big air for a stock truck. Lands down hard, but clears the obstacle amazingly well. Up it goes, Lands on top of the Moonhawk. Don't go into the mud, please. It does not. Alright, over to the racing lane. Clears the crushed cars. Alright, let's turn it around a bit. Let's have it hit this center ramp here. Up it goes. Right down hard. There goes the tailgate. Oh well. Up it goes. Lands down hard on the front. There goes the front drive shaft. This thing does not have front wheel drive anymore. Oh, and the exhaust is broken also. This thing is a lot louder than it was. Alright, let's turn it around. Off we go. Let's hit these crush cars here. Up we go. That's some big airs. A lot of body counts fly off, and the truck rolls itself over. Well, that seemed to be a fairly good run for the truck. So let's see how well the other trucks do here. Alright, starting off the second truck of the D series that it's called, we have the Pig, which is essentially a sort of rock climb version of the normal truck. Let's see how well it does. This one might actually be able to crawl over some cars. Let's see. Up and over the shipping container. Suspension seems fine. Let's go over the cars here. Yep. Truck seems perfectly fine at clearing over those cars. So let's move on to the next ones. Up we go. Up and across. Getting into the air a little bit. Let's go to low range here. Up and over the cars it goes. Just like a monster truck would. This thing is essentially a mini monster truck. I should use this in the next meme event, and this thing pops a wheelie. Like you all remember the previous meme event. I'm sure if you watched that. If not, go ahead. But, you know what? Sure, why not? I'll put this thing in the next meme event, which will be after the World Finals, whenever that will be done. Up and over a lot of the cars. This thing is doing very well, I must say. I might have to end it early just so this video won't be horrendously long, although I'm sure it already is. Alright, let's climb over these cars once again. Popping it up into the air. Up and over the bus. Very impressive. Well, we need to give this thing some higher jumps, so let's hit the shipping container here. Up we go. Landing down. Let's go for the center ramp down. Alright, let's back it up a little bit. Alright, now, for the center ramp. Will the suspension be able to handle it? Let's find out. Alright. All seems perfectly well. You know what? Let's see if this thing can handle some mud. A lot of the vehicles we've run cannot handle mud. But can this handle the mud? Into the mud it goes, and it rolls over. Well, I guess we won't find out. Yes, we will. We'll find out. Resetting the truck. Let's drive it straight into the mud and see whether it'll drive through. Into the mud it goes, and it seems to be able to handle the mud pretty well. Alright, not too bad. Well, we have a lot of other vehicles to go, so let's move on to our next vehicle as this thing drives through the mud. Next vehicle we have up is the D35 Beast. Essentially the fastest and beastiest of trucks that this game has to offer. So let's take it on. Starting off with the big jump here, because Beast ain't afraid of nothing. Hard landing. This truck seems to have bent a little bit. Something definitely bent here, and there goes the camper shell. Camper shell just went flying off. I have no idea where that went. Let's go for the shipping container now. Up we go. Landing it down hard. Tailgate's about to come off, it looks like. Well, this thing is fast. This thing's very fast. Oh, the crushed cars. Up it goes. Landing down hard. Ooh, clipping the ramp for the buses and rolling right over. Well, we still have more D series to test out, so let's go to the next versions. Alright, and here we have one of those rally trucks, or one of the race trucks that you tend to see sometimes. I think this was kind of meant to be modeled after the trophy truck a little bit, like how some of the monster trucks have these like flared out fenders right here a little bit, kind of how the hood is looking. I think that's what it's meant to look like. Anyway, off we go. Let's go for the big jump. Let's see how good this thing is on the monster truck course. Up it goes, landing down hard. The rear suspension is just automatically broken. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to be able to handle a monster truck course too well, considering just how much the rear suspension is already broken. Well, that's it for the D series. There's definitely a lot more trucks, but again, I don't want this video to be too long, so let's move on to the next set of vehicles. The next vehicle we have up is a bus. Yeah, we have a bus. Probably won't do too well, but let's see what we can do here. Well, let's send it straight for the center ramp here. A pretty good amount of distance to build up speed. Up it goes, and it's stuck. No, it's not. Alright, let's back this thing up a little bit. Okay, well now we're stuck, because these wheels do not have any ground to touch whatsoever. Yeah, I don't think this bus was going to last very long, considering how long it is. Alright, well, let's move on to the next set of vehicles. Up next, we have the Gavril H series, which is your basic white panel van here. Of course, we have multiple versions of this van as well. Starting off with the base model, we're going to clear the shipping container. Rear bumper's gone. Hitting it right in the front, and we're over. Oh, never mind, we're right on the wheels. A lot of the body just kind of deformed a little bit. Back up over the shipping container. Suspension seems to have held up. Let's get this thing turned around here. Let's go for the crush cars in the racing lane here. Up we go. Flipping some cars, and we're going to be on our side. Well, that's the base model. On to the other models. Next version we have up here is a box van. It's not going to be as fast, but it's definitely going to be a lot heavier, so I imagine something on the suspension will definitely break at some point. Let's see what we can do with this. I don't want to go for the buses. We kind of... Alright, everything seems fine. Up the center obstacle here. Bouncing around quite a lot. Don't roll over just yet. And we're stuck, aren't we? Yeah, we're stuck. Oh well. We got other vehicles. We got other vehicles we can do. So let's do them. Next vehicle up, we have an ambulance. A little bit like the box van, except this thing has more things that can break off. Also has a gurney in the back, so let's see how much fun that'll be. Alright, going for the shipping container. Up we go, and we're going to roll it over immediately, aren't we? Alright, not really. Door fell off. Front is absolutely smushed. Up we go. Up the van. And we're on fire. No, we're not. Well, van's on its side. Not much we can do there. One more van variant we have, and then we'll move on to the next vehicle. The final variant of the vans we will be using is an off-road version of the van. Off it goes. Let's send it off for the big jump here. Up it goes. Big air. Landing down hard on the front. Otherwise, this thing seems perfectly fine. Alright, nothing too bad yet. Clearing the crushed cars. How well can it handle mud? Let's figure that out. Alright, so it's moving a little bit. We're also on the side. And I think I've got it stuck. Hang on, I have an idea. Can I get it to move? There we go. Alright, I got it free. Kinda. No, I didn't. Alright, yeah, it's stuck. Alright, well, on to our next set of vehicles. Alright, again, I kind of skipped a couple of the vehicles because they're kind of similar to ones we've already looked at. But, next up we have the T-Series, which is a series of semi-trucks. Here's the base model right here. You can see not a lot of acceleration. But, here we go. Going for the shipping container here. Up we go. Landing down hard on the front. A lot of bounce. Ooh, we're gonna hit that. Alright. Alright, that didn't go as bad as I expected it to. This thing does not want to turn around. Okay. Well. And I can't seem to move forward. One of the wheels, only one wheel wants to actually put down power, and it's not touching the ground. Like you can see in the corner there, the wheel's moving like 70 miles an hour, but we're actually moving only like 10. So yeah. Alright. Okay, yeah, not much seems to be happening right now with the T-Series, so I say we move on to a different truck instead, because not much is gonna... Yeah, this truck isn't doing very much. Let's move on to some other versions of it instead. Alright, now we have a box truck, like the box van, only significantly bigger. Also a little bit more ground clearance, so let's see whether this one will do anything. Let's go for the center ramp here to start off. Up we go. Right back down. Rear suspension bouncing quite a lot. I think we broke the front suspension a little bit. Clearing the center obstacle right into the car, and I think I just got it stuck. We're gonna have to, like, Austin Powers our way out of this, aren't we? Alright. Forward. Forward. And back. I think the steps there stuck on the hood of that crushed car there. We're not moving. Alright. Well, that was fun while it lasted. We've still got some more semi-trucks to go, so let's move on. Alright, the next truck we have up is a cement mixer, which I think is the heaviest default vehicle in the game. I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's get this thing moving. You can see not a lot of speed behind it. Let's send it off this front ramp anyway. Up we go. Alright, went a little bit farther. And there goes the chute for the cement that will come out. Up this center obstacle. A little bit of a bounce. Rear drive shaft is broken. Oh dear. This thing only has front wheel drive now. The front wheels are not going to move this thing at all. It looks like this thing even had the front drive shaft, so this thing's just stuck. Yeah, this thing ain't moving no more. Alright. Well, we still got some other cars left, so let's move on. Alright, last of the T-Series, I suppose, we have a dump truck. It's not as heavy as a cement mixer, but it's also longer than the standard version of the truck. Alright, let's go for the crushed cars over here. Alright, and up we go. Right up and over. Slow down. Alright, we seem to have made it. Let's get ourselves turned around, and let's go for the van. Let's go for the van obstacle over here. Up we go, hitting it hard on the front, even harder on the landing if the bed part just comes up. Alright, over to the trailer over here. Up we go, some big air, landing it down hard, and oh boy. Oh, the dump bodies. That's gonna come off soon, won't it? Oh boy. Almost rolling over, I think. Alright, let's go over the crush cars here. Nicely done. Let's go for this center ramp again. Getting this big boy swung around here. Let's try to line ourselves up a little bit first. Alright, let's put it there. Put it into reverse. And floor it. As much as you can with a truck this big. And with acceleration this bad. Up it goes. And it's going over. Over it goes. Right onto the bed. And that will be the last of the T-Series. But there's one more vehicle I want to use. So let's go on to there. Alright, and the final vehicle we have up is a monster truck. Obviously, a monster truck should do well on a monster truck course. Anyway, I suppose this could also kind of be the outro a little bit. This might be split into 2 parts. Probably. I don't know how long it'll be. Maybe it'll be. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Just a little fun. And remember to go and vote for which truck you think won for all the other freestyle events. Because out of the 6 events I've done, only 1 person ever voted. So, remember to go and vote for which truck you think did the best. Because I don't want to pick the truck that I think did the best. Maybe you thought it was that well, but there were trucks that did better. So, yeah, monster trucks doing better on the monster truck. Go boy. And again, as I said at the start, I'm just kind of waiting for the monster truck mod itself before I continue. And you will see this track in the next monster truck video. So I hope to see you then. And remember to go vote for the freestyle winner you think wins. And remember to stay hydrated.